Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Katrina Garrett and I'm here with another message. I want to talk about today about will the real you please stand up? Will the real you please stand up? That's what we want to see, the real you. So, yeah, that's what I want to talk about today. But first, I want to add to your spiritual garden. And I am going to start with John chapter 8, verses 32. And it says, "And you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free." As simple as that. And we know the truth will set you free. Yes. And I have another one for you. And that's from Romans chapter 12, verses 2. And it says, "Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind, that by testing you may discern what is the will of God, what is good and acceptable and perfect." And I really love that verse because it tells us that everything starts with the mind. It starts with how we feel about ourselves. It starts with our own thinking. And so, yeah, that's what I want to talk to you today about being authentic, being authentic. And that's quite a journey, and it could be a little confusing because we know with media today, it kind of confuses you on like who you are, because we see all these things on the media and we want to fit in, and it's almost like if you don't purchase something here, or if you don't talk this way, or you don't live this way, that in some ways it just means that you're not good enough. At least that's what the media is teaching us. And even though technology is like wonderful, it's I mean it's been great in our world today, but it just really brainwashes us. And can you imagine, as an adult, it brainwashes us, but what it does to our children as well? So I want to talk to you today about being authentic. Will the real you please stand up? The real you. Take off that mask. Be who you are. And so, yeah, I have some notes here. I actually did some research from Chicago psychology today, and I got some information about just being authentic. And I want to read something to you that I found, and it says, "Just be yourself. Let people see the real you, imperfect, flawed, quirky, weird, beautiful, and magical person that you are." I don't know who wrote that, but I just thought that was beautiful. Even if you're weird, even if you're quirky, whatever that is, it's the real you. And not to be imitating anyone else, or just feel that just because you're a little different doesn't mean that it's something wrong with you. It just means you're an individual, and you're your own person. And God didn't make us alike, He made us different. And so, whatever else that you have that's different about you, just let that shine. Let that shine through you. So, yeah, let's talk about being authentic. Now, I did touch upon the media, and the media does make us doubt ourselves and make us feel that being different is weird and odd, and that we don't fit in, and that some kind of way we're less of. But it means that we're more of, if we're more of our authentic self. We don't have to imitate ourselves after anyone. We could just be who we are. Um, Not being yourself, it kind of causes a form of anxiety. It could form a depression in you. It could make you feel like you're not worthy. If you are really wrapped up in social media, that could really cause havoc in your mind. And if you're constantly comparing yourselves to people's lives, comparing yourselves on how people look, it could really wear and tear on you. So that's what made me want to really talk about that today, because we all fall in that trap. We all want to be accepted. We all want to people to approve of us, and we want to fit in. But you know what? Fitting in is not all there is. We could be able to stand, even if sometimes we might have to stand alone and just being our true authentic self. So yeah, I went on psychology today, and then I added some of my wisdom, and I came up with these things that might can help you into being that real you, where the real you still stand up. it's a lot of stress trying to be everything for everyone. You want everybody to say that you this and you're that. You want to fit in from everywhere. That's a lot of stress. And it's like, you're constantly, on this roller coaster that you're constantly trying to appease people. When all you have to do is just relax and just be you, because that's it. Be you, and then just go on with your life, living in purpose. So, first of all, let's go backtrack a little bit when we were younger. And I think that's where all this in authenticity came from, when we were getting those accolades for people in our families, when it was like with certain things that we did or certain ways we acted, we got confirmation from our families. And we started, I think, developing that mask. Developing that mask because we want to fit in. We wanted the love from our parents, from our teachers, from our peers. We wanted that. And of course, that feels good. That feels good when somebody says that, oh man, you cool. Come join us. Or, oh, I like hanging out with you. And even though it might be something that you really don't like to do, because they want to be around you and they want you to be part of their life and they like you. So of course we get kind of caught up into that. And before you know it, we're kind of just going and rolling along because of what somebody else wants and what somebody else thinks we are. And then before you know it, we have that mask on and we've lost sight of ourselves and we lost sight of our identity, our true identity. So sometimes we have to backtrack to see where that started. And it doesn't mean that we can stay where we are now. We can unravel, kind of do some soul searching. And that's what that is, soul searching. Go back and think about, man, how did this all start? Where I'm like doing this stuff and I don't really feel comfortable. This is really not me. And I can't seem to shake this. Where did this come from? And so that is one way that you can start, just kind of doing a little soul searching and saying, okay, what happened to me? What happened to the real me? What do I really want to do? Okay. Now, let's talk about two selves. One self is called the adaptive self, and I got this from Psychology Today. And the adaptive self is just getting along with everybody. You want to fit in. So, have you noticed somebody that no matter where they at, they just fit in? If somebody's saying a joke, maybe it might not be such a good joke. They fitting in. And someone doing over here, they fitting in. And so they're just adapting to any situation and they're changing themselves in order to adapt to those situations. That's not good. That's not good. And it might seem like it is because everybody is, so wow, you just fit in everywhere. You're just like the party starter. You're the one that everybody likes. But if it's not you authentically, it is gonna cause that anxiety inside of you. And you're missing out on being true to yourself. And so yeah, that's not good. So let's think about getting out of that what did I say, adaptive self, and let's go into our authentic self. Now before we start this, and you know what, whatever I tell you I've been doing, you have to observe yourself. How do you respond? How do you respond under pressure? Are you giving in? Are you, changing who you are in order for someone to like you or for you to fit in? How are you doing it? Are you regretting some things? Like if you thought about, man, why did I do that? I know I wasn't supposed to do that, but I allowed the things around me and the circumstances to kind of, I guess, influence me to do that. But that's not me. That's really not me. So if you found yourself kind of saying that, that's good. That means that you're working towards being your authentic self. Now, this is not easy, especially if we've been operating and walking in life in a certain way. This is not easy. We have to really like I said, soul searching. I'm going to say it again, soul searching. So, yeah, let's talk about that. I got some notes. I got some notes for you. All right. First of all, I'm going to say this. I'm going to always say this. You're going to have to pray about it. God, show me who I am. Who am I? God, I've really lost myself. I've lost myself being maybe what everybody else wants me to be, and that's not really me. And I'm not feeling good about that. I'm ready to change. I'm ready to walk in life, flowing in life, being my authentic self, whether you like it or not. So, God, show me who I am. And so, I really do believe if you go to God and you ask Him for guidance and you really mean it and you really just meditate and be still, and God will reveal that to you, or He will send people in your life will bring out more of who you are, and it give you those opportunities, or maybe even come to mind if you start to steer off in a certain way and it's not your real self, and maybe it'll pop in your mind like, that's not you. Why are you doing that? That's not you, and maybe kind of get you back where you need to be. So yeah, I would say pray about it. Pray about it. Ask God, show me who I am. I'm tired of walking everybody else's course. I'm tired of being what everybody else want me to be. Let me walk in my true, authentic self. And we lose that sometimes. And like I said, the world is just brainwashing us constantly. And not saying all of it is bad, but we only have one life, and we want to walk in life being real and true. We want to walk in life being who we are. We only get one life, so we want to do it right. So yeah, think about that. Meditate and pray. All right. We know that it takes time. A lot of us have been wearing a mask for a long time. And so it takes time to kind of unravel and really get in deep and see, like, who am I? Who am I really? What do I really want? Do I really like blue? Or am I just wearing blue because everybody like blue? Do I like red better? So yeah, even something as simple as that. I just want to share with you a little bit. I have a grandson. His name is Cameron, and Cameron, he really is authentic. Like if everybody likes vanilla, and he likes chocolate, he'll say I like chocolate. He's not really influenced by what everybody else wants. If he wants to do something, he'll do it. And it's something that we really see in him, that he's not really worried about getting these accolades. He wants praise. Of course he does. But you could see that he kind of walks, he has his own personality, and he's not influenced by all these things around him. You could tell it's developing. So yeah, I believe that we just talk to our I was gonna say students, our students, or even our children, and just kind of see what makes them shine, and really encourage them wherever that is. They don't have to be like everyone else, and it's good for them to be. They're fearfully and wonderfully made. We know that's in Psalms, and He's made us fearfully and wonderfully and individually. We all have our own personal magic. So, yeah, let's influence that in our children, but then also in ourselves, because we might be saying that to our children, but we still walking around being led by social media, being led by coworkers, being led by people in our lives, and we know we're not living authentically. Okay. Release patterns and beliefs that no longer serve you. And so that could be even a pattern of maybe drinking a lot that you don't want to drink a lot. Um, or, I can't really think of any example, but just things that you're doing that that they're not doing you any good. They're not doing you any good. And so we know by now what's not doing us any good. We know that if it's not guiding us towards our purpose, if it's not making our body feel good and healthy, we know those things. So we need to feel good, and we need to observe those patterns that we got accustomed to, that we had to shake them so that we can be our authentic self. Okay. Do what you truly believe. And you know what? Sometimes we get away from what we really believe in and what we really know. This is really some deep stuff, because we don't know yet what we really believe, because we've been brainwashed and we've been walking these different courses, and it's really not us. So I would just suggest, and you know what? I just finished with my fourth journal. just got them filled up. So I would suggest that you journal. And I'm even saying that for men, even for my men viewers. Journal, write down things that how you feel, how you really feel. And sometimes you might not could really share that with someone, how you really feel deep down, but put it on paper. See your own words and really start working through your journal. What do you really want? What do you really believe in? What is it? And you know what? Once again, you had to do that soul searching in order to for that to really come to light, for that to surface, because it's dormant inside of you. Because on top of that is all these different beliefs and everything that you've gotten from other people and you've gotten from the media and the world. And so you need to find that and get it all out so that it could surface and you could become your authentic self. All right. I got more from you. Oh, listen to your inner voice. Now, we all have intuition. And you know what? For my men viewers, you have an inner voice too. We know when we got a feeling about certain things or something might come to our mind. And you know what? You can listen to that through your meditation. And you know what? There's nothing weird about meditating. There's nothing weird about being quiet and just seeking God's voice. And so just to listen to that inner voice, I think that's really important. And you know what? It's always said that inner voice is actually God speaking to you. And you will never go wrong if God's speaking to you. You already know that inner voice because sometimes it might be, I'm going to go down this street this time. I'm not going to go that way I usually go. And you know what? That inner voice might actually be saving your life. It might be something going on that's saving your life. Okay. And then we also know how things kind of happen. And you might be delayed or things like that. So we always know that God is working in our life some type of way. We know that, but we want to get in tune with what God wants us to do. And we need to get an understanding of who we are. Who we are. We have so much magic inside of us. We do. But I just think we lose sight of that. So, yeah, let's continue on our journey to be authentic, to be real, okay? No matter what. Hey, by any means necessary. Being real by any means necessary. Okay, so I have another one for you. I did say meditate. Um, believe you can change. So sometimes we say, "Oh, I'm just set in my ways." I'm set in my ways now. You know what? Nobody's set in their ways. You can always get better. And you know, I don't care how old you are. I don't care how young you are. If you really want to be better, if you really want to be a better person, if you really want to be your authentic self, you can. Now, your authentic self, to me, I'm sorry, it's not cursing people out. It's not lying and cheating. That's not your authentic self. You might think that, like, okay, I know who I am. This is just the way I am. No, it's not because that's not the way God made you. That is something from these experiences in your life that you just attached on and you embraced it and you said, that's how I'm walking in the world. But no, you could do better. You could be a better person. And when you're a better person, you feel good about yourself. Man, life just becomes more valuable. It just becomes more fulfilling for you. Okay? Face your fears. Now, you know what? That's a big one. Face your fears. There's some fears that might be in being your real self because people might not really understand you now. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with her now? Why she gonna change now? What's wrong with her? So, yeah, facing your fears is big, but I believe that by any means necessary, if you are changing and being your authentic self and you learning who that is and what that is, then you will face that fear of maybe being rejected or maybe maybe not being able to fit in anymore. You have to be willing to say, hey, I have to be my real self. I have to. And I've been doing this soul searching, and this is really not me. I've been doing this. This is really not me. I know it's not. It's something else going on with me. I need to get this together. I need to improve on myself. Okay. Embrace your values. Now, when I saw this on Psychology Today, I thought, like, wow, this one was really big for me because what are your values? What is it that you believe in? Is it the integrity? And I know integrity is big for me. Someone who has integrity, they're not out to hurt people. And that's just so important to me. But what is your values? What are your values? And so sometimes we get away from even thinking about that. So I just challenge you to think about, what is your values? What is important to you? What is important to you? Okay, what do you believe in? Come on now. We can't walk around, let's just walking around like zombies, like we don't have any values, we don't have any beliefs, we don't have any anything. We just going day by day. Life is too important. I just heard of someone who just passed away in their sleep. Come on now. We don't have time. We want to live this life, this precious life that God gave us, not being like anyone else, not running behind anyone, to be fitting in, and not being our true self, just letting that lay dormant, just forgetting about our true self, and living our life being with a mask on. No, this life is too important. And so, yeah, embrace your values. I would suggest really dig deep inside. What is it I really believe in? And that's when journaling comes in. And so when you journal, you can kind of put all that out there. Nobody has to see what you wrote. You can write down anything you want, whatever resonates from you, but write it down. Just write it down, put that little book away, go back to it. And you know what? It's so liberating, because what you will see is when you look back at it and you'll say, wow, I remember I was writing this. I remember where I was mentally when I wrote this. And now I've come so far. It's a really great way to see how you have grown. And this is all in growth. We can't stay at the same level. We have to grow. Okay. And you know what? We want to love ourselves. And so, yeah, loving ourselves, just being kind, being true to ourselves, taking care of ourselves physically, taking care of ourselves mentally. And this is one of those mental self love journeys. Okay. And then, we want to take care of ourselves spiritually. We want to make sure that we show gratitude every day. We want to make sure that we connect with the Creator every day. And then, we want to make sure that we're not hurting people. Being your true self is quite a journey, and it's something that I feel that sometimes we don't take time to do. We really feel that we're walking in our true selves, but if we really think about it and we really ask ourselves questions on who we are, we might just start to think like, maybe I'm not really walking in my true authentic self. So we hear about that a lot. Speak your truth. Speak who you are. Be real. We hear that a lot, but it takes time, and it takes intention for you to really do the work and find who we really are, who you really are. Um, I have here also to find your life purpose. Now, it's something about finding your life purpose that really brings out your authentic self, because then those are the gifts that God gave you. And with those gifts, man, when they come out, they're just shining. It's like, whether it's art, whether it's I don't know, writing, like in my case, or creating something. Okay, whatever it is, it's like when you find your purpose and you're in tune with that purpose, it's like that's your authentic self, because that comes out and it flows into life. It flows magically into life, because that's like that gift that God gave you. And so, yeah, finding your life purpose can also help you get to that authentic self. Okay. So, I have some quotes. I found some quotes. I found some good quotes. So I'm going to share those with you now. And I'm hoping they will encourage you. Will the real you please stand up? Will the real you please stand up? I want to see the real you. I want to see who you really are. You are magical. You are enough. You are valued. And so I would love to see that. And you know what? Everyone else would too. That's okay if you was that person in the past, but I want to see the real you now. Wow. The world wants to see the real you that God made you to be. Okay. So yeah, let me tell you some of the quotes that I found. You're gonna love these. One is, okay, make the journey, maybe the journey isn't so much about becoming anything. Maybe it's about unbecoming everything that isn't really you. So you can become who you were meant to be in the first place. Wow. And that's from Erica Carrico. Okay, here's another one. Your life isn't yours if you always care what someone else thinks. They're taking your life away. You're allowing them to zap your life away. You're allowing social media to zap your true self away from you. Okay? Remember, we only got one life. We only got one time to do this. Okay? Here's another one. Remind yourself that you cannot fail at being yourself. You can't fail for being yourself. Because that's natural. That's natural. That's God's gift to you. Being you. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. Here's another one. She's got the whole purpose driven warrior princess save the world type vibe. And I'm going to say it again. She's got the whole purpose driven warrior princess save the world type vibe. Okay, I like that. That's powerful. That's empowering. Okay, here's another one. I can't think of any better representation of beauty than someone who is unafraid to be herself. I think that's so beautiful. If you're not afraid to be yourself. I'm gonna be myself. That is beautiful. That's true beauty. To be yourself. Here's another one. Authenticity is not something we have or don't have. It's a practice, a conscious choice of how we want to live. Authenticity is a collection of choices we have to make every day. It's about the choice to show up and be real. Show up and be real. The choice to be honest. The choice to let our true selves be seen. And that is a Brene Brown. That's from a Brene Brown. Wow, I love that. It's a practice. Authenticity is a practice. Every day you're working at being your true self. You're doing that soul searching to be who you really was meant to be. Okay? Your soul is attracted to people the same way flowers are attracted to the sun. Surround yourself only with those who want to see you grow. I love that too. I do. Oh, wow. So, you know what? This is a journey for us all. We want to be all become better expressions of ourselves. And so that's what I just want to bring with you today about being authentic. You hear about it. Oh, be your authentic self. Speak your truth. Do you. Yeah, let's do that. I think a lot of us are walking around with masks on because we want to appeal to everyone. We want to be what everyone wants us to be. Be you. It's enough. It's enough. Okay. It is. So, yeah, thank you for joining me today. And I'm going to encourage you. I got my book this time. It's standing for you to purchase my book, Standing Inside Myself, A Journey of Self-Love, Wisdom, Power, and Purpose. And you can get this book on Amazon. So yeah, check me out. Beautiful cover. And believe me, it was some soul searching that went into this book. And then also I wanted to say a blessing for you. And like I always said that I would, you know what? I don't have it in front of me. So I have to go on my memory. But it is a blessing that I did get from Joel Osteen from one of his services, and I thought it was beautiful. And I want to say a blessing in your life as you journey into being your most authentic self. It's going to be liberating. You'll see. And it's a practice, it's something you work at every day. Okay? You are blessed, prosperous, redeemed, forgiven, talented, motivated, valuable, free, determined, equipped, empowered, anointed, accepted, and approved. You're not average and you're not mediocre. You are a child of the Most High God, and you will become all you was created to be in Jesus' name. Amen. I pray that for you. I really do. Work on being your true, authentic self. You have magic inside of you. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. Be true to you, not what everybody else wants you to be. Be true and be honest and be you and be real and find that value of who you are. And yeah, that's it. Because I can go on and on. You know I can. So thank you for joining me today. And I encourage you, please like and subscribe. Please share if someone maybe needs to hear this. And I'm hoping that you found value in it. Okay. Thank you so much and enjoy your day. Love you. Bye bye.